Questions? Go ahead. Questions for Lorelei?
No panic there at the end. You guys had a big lead. It got away, but down the stretch, like you guys have done so much lately, you've finished things off in the fourth quarter.
Yes. Feel like a lot of the times it's the other way around, and we normally fight back from big leads, like what happened at Rice. We just got to continue driving hard, being aggressive about it. We stayed strong in it though, and we got the dub, and I think that's what's important. So.
Yeah, and I feel like for you too, personally, that's kind of your grittiness. It speaks to your grittiness as well, being able to do that down the stretch. Is that kind of what makes this team work?
Yeah, and I think that it's been a learned process. I think there's been a few close games that we've been in that we haven't exactly finished, or it didn't end the way that we wanted to. So we did have the big lead, and then, it got closer, but we were able to finish. And I think that it really shows our toughness and shows how much we've grown as a team. If you look back at Michigan State game, we were right there and couldn't finish the way we wanted to. And, a few months later, here we are, and we're able to do that.
Yeah, and now you guys have won 7 of your last 8. So are you guys just riding a high? What are the emotions right now?
Definitely very excited. I think it's going to last through tonight. We got practice tomorrow and preparing for FAU. Like I said in my last one, we've been on a winning streak and we've been on that losing streak. So I think it's really important for us. We're trying to remain level-headed, still be proud of ourselves, but get our heads down and ready for the next game.
And I feel like you personally are a big part in that, making sure everybody stays level-headed. So how are you going to, help each other do that?
I think that comes with the seniority. I've been here for a while. I've been in multiple situations, whether it's been on the bench, in the game, where it's been close and we've had to fight through that. So I think remaining positive, or at least trying to stay positive and really just communicating everything as well as and as best as I can is really kind of where I come in on that.
Lorelei, you got another home game this weekend. I'm sure Coach Kemper was saying, hey, let's finish these things off a little sooner so he doesn't have to stress down the stretch. How important is it to hold serve when you're at home? It is in conference play. You got to win your home game.
I think that it is very important for us to get at home wins. I think a lot of that is pride. This is our house. No one likes for someone to come in, but I think it's especially very important here because we are Marshall. This is the Cam. The whole entire community here has always been so close, so tight, so supportive. The amount of people that showed out on a Thursday night after a snowstorm, that really just shows. And when people make those kind of sacrifices for us, we don't want to reward them with a loss. It doesn't show that we really appreciate them and we enjoy the support. So yeah, I would absolutely agree. I think it's really important to us to get 2 home wins. We good? Talk to Coach? All right, thank you guys so much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Lorelei.
Yes. I thought you said hey, Lorelei. I was like, yes. Thanks, guys.
Well, they got it done, and I just got to tell them, every win is a good win in league play, so it doesn't matter if it's ugly or pretty or what. We were pretty for quite a while in that game, and I've got to do a better job of helping them stay aggressive because I trust our guards. We've got good guard play. We've got good basketball players. Keep going, and that I think that's kind of the story of the game. We definitely went into protection mode way too early. We got to stay aggressive and on both ends of the floor. And hopefully we learned that tonight, and we learned it with the win. So that's a good way to learn lessons. So 5-1 in league play and won another home game, and all that stuff is good. So little bit of relief, but still happy that we found a way.
Coach, is that normal? Obviously, when you're up 17, you kind of let off the gas a little bit. How do you impress upon your team? You got to finish people off, and then you don't have such a stressful ending.
Yeah, I think I do think their pressure plays into that as well, right? It's just every time you throw it in, they're right there, they're right there, they're right there. And I think when you're a basketball player, and a good one at that, you do look up and go, wow, we got a 17-point lead. I need to be really smart right here. And but it's also like we got 14 minutes left. There's a layer of smart, but you've got to keep doing the things that built your lead, and which that's kind of a, that's not an easy thing to do. When you're playing another good basketball team that's got good players and they're going to stay on the attack, and they, at some point in that game, it flips to they really kind of have nothing to lose. So the tightness of the shots and stuff just completely goes away from one team, and then every decision just feels super heavy for you. And at the end of the day, I did kind of think we sort of handled that more calmly than maybe the score looked, if that makes any sense. I thought we did get a couple timely stops around the 2-minute mark that were really, really vital. We got the ball to the right people, moved it around. I think Kennedy scored a layup late in the shot clock when we were really needed one. So did we do it exactly how we wanted to? No, but I also didn't see a lot of panic either. So I've got to help them stay aggressive and for longer in that game. On both ends of the floor, offense, defense. We kind of just went to, let me get my man so they don't score at the end. And we should have stayed that way on Kyla Nelson. She's very good. She had a tough night tonight, but that was kind of how we guarded her. It's like, don't do anything off of her, and do your best on everywhere else. So it's hopefully a learned lesson. Part of the lesson needs to be learned by the old ball coach.
Coach, you've now won 7 of your last 8, and you have another home game on Saturday. Obviously, you try to look at it one game at a time, but how are the emotions right now? Are you guys pretty stoked, and are you going to be feeling pretty confident going into Saturday?
Yeah, I think this is a confident group. I think you saw that by the way they started the game. I'm tired, and that's what I am. So when you're going through that, you just watch it tick down, and you try to figure out how to help. It just wears you out. But it is good to win again. They are playing better. They're playing with a lot of pride. I thought we made some big hustle play rebounds at the end when things were tough. We just went and got some boards that we had to have to win the game, and that's been consistent for a long time. So I'm super proud about that. And it's really you can't rest on them very long. It's right to FAU tomorrow. So we got to figure out. I got to learn a little bit from this game, and we got to get to the Owls.
Wait, one more. I have one more. I just wanted to comment on Sabiana Wheeler because we got such a cool highlight from her, like a scoop, a steal and score, and she had the most points tonight. So again, just how awesome has she been for your guys' team to lean on?
She's an awfully good basketball player, and scored 23 points on 13 shots tonight. She really had the 3-point ball working for her, and she's just obviously very, very important to our team. And she plays really hard every day. I think she's a great person we had a great crowd. I appreciate them being here. I hope they had fun, and I hope they come back. And if you have a daughter that's watching games and she watches Sabiana Wheeler and how hard she plays, don't look at the shot. Those are fine, all that stuff. That little stinker plays hard all the time, every day in practice too. And as a coach, that's a beautiful thing. We don't have to talk about that stuff ever, And she's that way. She loves to play, loves to compete, and that's great. Thank you.
All right.
All right, now
Thanks, Coach.
See you Saturday.